What's going on everyone, it's BlazeTube here, and in today's video we are actually going to be talking about how you can actually get started with a Faceless YouTube channel, and I'm pretty much going to be showing you step by step how to actually get started. And if you want a more in-depth video, remember to comment below and I'll definitely get back to it. So without further ado, let's jump into the laptop. So how to start a Faceless YouTube channel in 2022. So the primary way to get actually started is by first picking a niche, and a few examples could be the tech niche, makeup niche, gaming niche, cars niche, or fitness niche. These are not the only niches that you can choose, but these are just a few to list them off. And if you like something else, let's say for example you really like animals and you want to do videos about dogs for example, that's a niche that you can actually go into. For example, you could make things like cute pet videos for dog lovers. Then after you've chosen a niche, what you would do is you would create a YouTube channel, and ideally you would have a name similar to your niche. So for example, if you're doing a tech channel, a name for example could be something like Phone Tech News or Tech News Canada, Linus Tech News, or something along the lines as long as it has the word tech in it, mainly because people can easily identify what it is, as well as the YouTube algorithm identifies that your YouTube name is specifically about tech. But if you want to use just your name, like for me for example, I use Brandon Blazewski on my business channel, that's totally fine as well. Next, you're going to want to complete a setup with the relative information on tags and descriptions, etc., and more on this on the next slide. So by tags and descriptions is primarily called keyword research, and pretty much you need to use a program called vidIQ. There's a link below if you want to check that out, but it's really easy and good to use for keyword research. And on vidIQ you can see what is trending, and you can sort it by the overall score. So if there's a score of let's say 87, you definitely want to make a video around that 87 overall score on vidIQ. And if there are any other videos with a score of overall above 50, then try to make a video out of them as they are working well. That's why their score is above 50. Anything below 50 I wouldn't exactly recommend. However, if you really want to give that video a shot, or you think you can make it work, then definitely go and do so. Another way to see what's actually trending is by using Google Trends, or you can use YouTube and just type in whatever video you're actually thinking of. So for this example, I typed into YouTube how to make a Faceless YouTube channel and how to make a Faceless YouTube channel in 2022, and both of them had good results, so I decided to make a video on that. Next, what you're going to want to do is through your research you will actually find trending topics, like if that has a overall score that is good, or it's trending on YouTube or trending on Google Trends. What you're going to want to do is make 17 YouTube videos on a trending topic in your niche, whether that be the tech niche, finance niche, business niche, whatever niche it may be. Then what you're going to want to do after those 17 trending videos, you would want to make 16 videos that you want to do, and it doesn't matter if they are trending or not trending, just as long as you want to do them. The reason you want to do this is because putting 17 and 16 together, in total you have 33 videos, and this helps the YouTube algorithm pick up on your channel after 33 videos, as well as all the metadata and keyword research, keywords in the tags, descriptions, titles, thumbnails, and in your speaking. Then you can definitely help the YouTube algorithm out that way. And after you've uploaded 33 videos, what you're going to want to do is look at your analytics of each video and overall on your channel, and to see what parts you can cut out. For example, if there's a dip in your content, maybe you left it for too long, or you armed and ahed for maybe 2 or 3 seconds and people clicked away. Next batch of 33 videos that you make sure to take out the arms and the ahs for example. Next is the most important thing in my opinion, which is the equipment you'll need. So microphone for recording a voiceover. This is a Rode NT USB microphone, and I used to have a XLR AT2020 at home, or you can even use something like your phone and just use the voice recorder on here and upload it to your computer. Next and foremost, nearly everyone has got this, which is a laptop or computer, and you're going to want to use a editing software such as Sony Vegas, which I've used, which is great, Adobe Premiere, which I'm currently using, which is better in my opinion than Sony Vegas, or you got free software that you can also use such as Camtasia. I'm not sure of any other ones at the moment that are free, but there are others out there, I know that for sure. Or if you're editing on your phone, even though I don't recommend it, however, if you're only stuck with that, then there's an application on iPhone. I don't know if it's on Android, but it's called VN. It's very good, and I've used it for things like YouTube Shorts and stuff like that. It's very good. Next will be the thumbnail creation. Now you can use Canva, which is free, or Photoshop, which is, I accidentally said free there, but it is paid. Canva is very good. You can create amazing thumbnails, but Photoshop goes a little bit more in depth as it's more for high-end photography. Then obviously you need an internet connection. That's probably how you're watching this video, so you're fine there. But the internet connection is just primarily to upload videos and stay consistent with your community, talking to them in the comments section, etc. When actually creating the video in your editing software, whether that be Sony Vegas, Adobe Premiere, Camtasia, or even VN on your phone. So use a script, or you can use bullet points. I put my bullet points and scripts either in Google Docs or Notion. This can be bullet points. Some people work well with that, or some people have to have a full script, which is totally fine. And you can do a VO, which stands for voiceover. So this right here right now is a voiceover. It's that simple. Then what you'll need to do is place your voiceover in your timeline in your editing program, no matter which program that is. And after you've imported your voiceover, what you're going to want to do is get stock images from either Pixabay, Pexels, Storyblocks, which is paid, or you can do it from Google Images. But with Google Images, be wary of copyright. So I'm going to leave a link for Pixabay, Pexels, Storyblocks, or in the description section below if you want to go check them out. And when creating your videos, you're going to want to aim for 8 to 10 minutes or more per video. So for a full-on script, this could be around 2,500 words, or if you're doing a bullet point, then you're just going to want to expand on the bullet point as much as you can, giving valuable information, and try to make it between 8 and 10 minutes long, or even longer. I'd highly recommend that you go with making your first 33 videos, full-length videos of 8 to 10 minutes long. So for actual goals, if you actually are serious about doing a Faceless YouTube channel, so first of all, I would start by picking a niche. You can use some of the niches that I have listed in today's video, or you can comment below your niche and I can say to you if it's a good or a bad idea in my opinion. And I would definitely recommend focusing on one niche at a time. Don't go for 5 different niches, uploading on 5 different channels. I don't recommend that. I recommend focusing on one channel, waiting until it works, and if it does not work, then after that, fine, change channels. But don't work on multiple channels at once, or you're going to be severely overwhelmed, and then you won't remain consistent on one of your channels. And consistency is super important for your audience as well as the YouTube algorithm itself. So then after that, you just going to want to simply create a YouTube account. So you can just do this with your Gmail or through YouTube itself. It's very simple. I shouldn't need to explain it. Then do your SEO and keyword research. This could be on vidIQ, Google Trends, YouTube search bar, or any other ways that you find out. And for vidIQ, once again, I'll leave a link below for that in the description. Then what you're going to want to do is plan out 33 video ideas. I use Notion personally, or Google Documents, to plan out my videos and scripts. That's how I do that. Come up with 33 ideas, then implement on those 33 videos. And then you're going to want to write a script for that video, do a voiceover, edit it on your editing program, then upload it to YouTube. And after 33 videos, if that hasn't worked, simply try again in the same niche. After those 33 videos, you should have some data to work on. Like I said before, the ums and ahs, you might need to take them out, or you might need to take out a intro, either it might be too long, or a outro, which might be taking too long as well. And what I recommend for actually uploading to YouTube is I recommend you either have a consistent schedule of uploading 1 time a week, uploading 2 times a week, or 3 times a week. And if you can do more, great. If you can't, just do what you can. Remember to remain consistent, because I'd much rather you upload a video each and every single week for 1 year than upload 33 videos in 1 and a bit months and not upload again for the entire year, as YouTube algorithm sees that as a bad thing. So remember to pick a consistent schedule that you can actually stick with and do it from there. But other than that, I hope you liked this video. Remember, if you did, smash like as well as subscribe to the channel. And this is BlazeTube. I'm out. Remember to check out another video. Bye.